You know when you're like having like a really productive day and then you have one thing that annoys you and then it throws off the rest of your day? And it's like it's not even that annoying. It's annoying because I'm like I feel like they did nothing, you know? Um Anyways, I'm also was packing. That's why I'm live later than planned. So like today, I was really productive. I did laundry, I worked out, I showered, I shaved up Hermes a little bit so he wouldn't get a hot spot while I was gone. Took him to boarding. I went and did a return. Okay, I went and got a sandwich. I treated myself and I got a sandwich. Okay. And then on my way back, I went and stopped by the shoe place that I dropped my shoes off last week at. The ones that are they're Ferragamos, they're leather. I got them secondhand. I got a great price on them. But they're for being my size, they are very tight. And so I was like, "Oh, I'll take them to the shoe guys. Thank you for following." And they'll stretch them out. They'll fit. They'll be wonderful. Okay? So then I go pick them up. I don't need them for this trip. I need them for France. So I was like, "This is fine. Let me go try them on." And thank God I did. I was like, "Oh, were you able to do anything with them?" And she was like, "Try them on." I was like, "Okay." When I tell you, they were the exact same fucking size. And she was like, "I can put them back on the stretcher." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what you did to them." Like nothing's changed. Like not even like a slight give. The same exact fit as before. So that annoyed me. They still have them. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna buy a stretcher my fucking self. And I'll just be doing this myself. I don't know what else they did to it. So, alas, they didn't ruin. If I walked in there and the shoes were like split in half from like being stretched, I almost would appreciate that more. This annoyed me because literally dead ass, I think they didn't do it. But we'll see if she forgot. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. But I was like, I'll come back on Monday. So, because I'm leaving tomorrow. Yeah, hey guys, when you have someone pay in advance, that's not a good excuse. Forgetting. Also, they got 2 extra days. I was supposed to pick them up on Monday. I haven't been able to get over there. It's cool that like everything just kind of sucks now, you know? And it's a good price. It's 15 bucks. It's $15. Have to pay in advance. That's fine. Totally cool, okay? But I will pay $50 on materials to buy my own stretching system if these things aren't like at least a centimeter larger, okay? Yes, they made you pay in advance. So that's the thing. Like if I have no problem paying in advance, but then it's like, did you do anything to the shoes? You know what I'm saying? So it better be sorted. It's fine. So that, but I came home and I lost all momentum from that because I was so fucking agitated. So like I've been like pulling myself to make myself pack. I have not done my dishes yet, which I have to do. If you find me if I post them on the plane tomorrow and I don't say yes I did the dishes, I want you to bully me, okay? Because I cannot let those dishes sit while I'm gone for 4 days. That's psychotic. That's frat boy behavior, and I don't do that in this apartment. They work to an extent. Well, see, that's the thing. Because they're leather shoes, I'm wondering if they're not using a leather softener on them. Thank you for following. Because that's one thing that you're supposed to do if you're stretching shoes. You also spray like a leather softener or leather conditioner inside and then do the stretch to give the leather give. So yeah, it is inviting fruit flies. No shit by Pixel. So, God, it's so weird what triggers a copyright on YouTube for this channel. So on this channel, I don't get a ton of copyrights on the main channel. I'll just mute all the segments. But sometimes it's like the most random bits from a video that we're watching, you know? Don't be a frat boy, clean your dishes. You're so right. I need to. Oh, goodness. But yes, I did a dance work. Side note, fucking everyone should be doing dance workouts. The fucking 16 minutes, Girly Pop got me sweating. I did a 16-minute dance workout after my normal workout. Just to be like, I was like, you know what? I'm trying to like get back on track. I'm trying to force like a calorie deficit, whatever the fuck. Let me make myself work out a little bit more. And so I found like a random video from like 2-3 years ago and I threw it on. She had me sweating. She had me like bopping around this apartment. Like I was like, fuck, I'll just do 10. Like you know it's bad when like 3 minutes into the workout you're like, I don't need to do this whole thing. Like not like it's bad, but it was like, fuck. Dance workouts kind of get your ass. Reminds me of my DDR workouts dying after 30 minutes of gameplay. She kind of got me. So, I mean, I will be doing another one, I'm sure. Because I don't know. My other work, my regular workout day is on Friday, but I'll be getting on the ship, so I don't know if I'll have time. So we'll see. I'm gonna try. What else? Oh yeah, I thought this was a bit. There's Ninja Turtle. No, why would I boost this post? What is wrong with you? Guys, there's Ninja Turtle coffins. And I don't know why, but I do need... I thought this was a discussing fish post. This is real, right? This is the real discussing film. Yeah, it is. First look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed funeral caskets. Why? Okay. I don't like the discussing film is talking about this as if like this was a thing we were anticipating. I will say the purple lining on the Donatello ones kind of eats. I also like the soft blue on Leonardo's. Pink would have gone hard with Raph, but alas. I don't know why they did this, and I don't like that this low-key feels like a promoted post from discussing film that's undisclosed. Oh, the Wood Watch, Kapora? That's from Holzkern, Holzkern. It was a brand deal, so they did send it to me. But it was like I was able to pick things from their site, so that's one of the ones I picked. But Holzkern is cool. They use a lot of different like materials in their pieces. So like they've got like wooden purses, wooden watches. They have stones in their watch face and things like that. It's very cool. I like it. It's very fun. I have jewelry from them. Because like even you guys, the bow staff, my eternal resting place, looking at my turtle husband's bow staff. Sorry, I realized how that sounded as I was saying it. I really wasn't trying to be funny. I was making a genuine observation. And then I realized how it sounded as it was coming out of my mouth. Oh, God. No, these are for adults. Also, never insult me liking the Ninja Turtles as an adult again. Like these almost this is real? These are adult size coffins. Oh my God, there is a married turtle. That's so funny. The pizza kind of slaps. That's hilarious. Cowabummer. Titan caskets. Okay, we're looking it up. It'd be helpful if I could spell caskets. Caskets for sale. Oh, we have a discount? The Orion series made in the USA. 1,500. Can I be totally honest, coffin wise? These are reasonable prices. As someone that has unfortunately dealt with most of my family, TMI, most of my family chooses the cremation route because it's cheaper. I don't know what that means because does Catholicism have a burial practice? Coffin v. cremation. I know certain religions, they don't believe in cremation. They think that it like ruins your body for heaven and such. I would assume that's something for Catholicism because like, you know, we like to display skulls and shit decked out in jewels for Roman Catholicism at the very least. But like most of my family is Catholic and pretty much all of them are cremated. So, but yeah, the veteran select, wait, Army black, Air Force blue. Jeez. Why? How come you guys got more money? You would think they would get the discount. You know? This one with all the stickers on it. Or no, these are wait, I have these magnets. Guys, these are magnets up here. They're state magnets. I have a couple of them. They're like super cheap plastic magnets for like states, and you get them for like when you visit a state. I have some. That's kind of funny. This purple kind of slaps. Why are we looking at... Oh, not for the cat, not for a pet. No, I would get Hermes a really good one. Hermes is getting a really nice one. Oh, platinum. Here we go. He would get a really, really nice one. Blue. No, why would it be that blue? Almond with blue? Oh, okay. These are like lame. These aren't cool. I need to get him like a godly one, you know, like for Hermes. And to do research on burial sites. Put the remains in the tomb. I don't think the church cares. There we go. And re-Catholicism, I think we've grown accepting of it based on also having Catholic cremated relatives. Yeah, like I don't think any of my relatives that have passed... Oh, look at this. For 1900? For 2K? Julius's Choice? Yeah, I bet. Reflection series? This is huge. Look at that. We got a gold plating. That's insane. Titan casket wine holder? Sorry? What? Poplar Major XL. Okay, question. Has this ever happened? I did a class in college. I do recommend this, by the way, if you're like a writer, but also you're like interested in different cultures. I did a sociology of death and dying class in college. Highly recommend it. It was the first year they had ever offered it. They advertised that it was a new class during midterms, which I thought was funny as fuck. And so yeah, I took that class. I loved that class. I loved my professor. But it was interesting to learn a lot about the funeral industry because it's something that's so hush hush. People don't like talking about dying, obviously. But it's something that we should talk about. As someone that has dealt with many a person that has passed before their time and also was under the impression that I was going to be a next of kin for a parent, okay, I think it's something that we shouldn't be afraid of. I think it puts off, you know, going to the doctor, making plans, you know, all this stuff. And then down the line, it's like, oh, we always thought we'd have more time. And it's like, oh, you're saying that of your 95-year-old grandfather. What do you mean you thought you had more time? He's 95, okay? What did we think was going to happen? So things like this, I think you should be comfortable talking about it within reason. Also, different cultures talk about it in different ways. I think Americans were very, like, American as a whole, like homogenous American, mostly white Americans, you know, are very awkward about death. It's taboo to discuss. It's a sad, embarrassing thing. You know, don't talk about it. A lot of cultures, you know, celebrate the life, things like that, which I find extremely interesting. However, we watched an episode of a show, and I can't remember what it was for the life of me, but it was a funeral. It was like a documentary episode from like a docuseries of someone going through the capitalism of dying in America specifically. Okay. And God, they went to like a bunch of different homes and talked with a bunch of different like packages for funeral services and such. And then also went to a funeral sciences expo. Okay. So like for all of the funeral homes, like their expo for like their industry expo and like all the stuff there. Also, that's where I learned that like most funeral homes are owned by like 3 or 4 companies. Yes, there is private equity in funeral homes. 100% there's private equity in funeral homes. Side note, I'm sure there's more now than when I took that class, because I took that class in 2018. If you've never seen any of those, you know, how'd you make your money videos, at least 3 of them that I have seen have mentioned that they were in the funeral business, the mortuary business, during COVID, and they printed money. So the industry is weird. But one thing that I'm curious about things like this, okay, speaking of the capitalism things, because a lot of places require that you buy one of their their casket if you're going to be entombed at their cemetery, okay? That being said, has there ever been an instance where, say, I buy the satin series, because green, okay? And then my family pulls up to the funeral home and they're like, that's too big for the plot you bought. So either move her or change the casket. Here is a box we can put her in. How often does that happen? That's what I want to know. Because certain countries, it's like a temporary, you're like basically renting the land that your loved one is buried on. And so like over time you do have to like remove them or put them somewhere else or take them home. Usually not in a casket. It would usually be in an urn, or other like parts of them. But there are also instances of, say, funeral homes shutting down, cemeteries being shut down, or mausoleums, mausoleums being taken down, and so like deceased needing to be moved. Like it shouldn't be a thing. So you would say that, Alan, but we have an overpopulation problem. And a lot of countries that are not based in the United States have a very comparatively small land mass. So wherever they are burying their deceased, that's also a small land mass. And they have much longer histories than we do, you know? So they have, you know, they have graves that go back centuries, you know? The idea of effectively owning land forever, in theory and ideal, in a box designed to prolong decay as long as possible is very weird to me. Valid. But see, that's the thing. It's like, these are things that we should talk about. There's an anthropology conference, an osteology conference that's currently, I think, about to happen. I'm not going, okay? I believe it is an industry conference. It's not something I can get into. But John Bones is speaking on multiple panels and is being defended by the organizers. John Bones, for those of you that have never seen my video on antiquities and the bone guy, okay, some of you may have heard of John Bones. He's the spine wall guy on TikTok. I don't know if he still is posting spine wall stuff. I don't know if he has me blocked or anything. But he has a habit of buying and holding on to and selling bones and not repatriating them. Most of them, because of where he claims they come from, would be indigenous bones, which means that they are not, the concept of an ethical item being in his collection is borderline non-existent. So a lot of people in the space can't fucking stand him. A lot of people in the space have problems with him, and he is being touted as, because he's a seller, he's being at this thing. So, but again, it's like, there are people that won't talk about that because they're uncomfortable with the concept of, because to acknowledge that that man has a wall of spine. I'm gonna pull up the spine wall so you can see what I'm talking about, okay? I'm gonna pull up the spine wall. These are bones. These belonged to humans at one point, but they are no longer attached to humans, okay? If you would like to step away, I totally understand. It's gonna be very quick. I just wanna show you the sheer number of shit that is on his wall, okay? So you understand the gravity of the situation. Hang on, I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Just so you understand what he used to film in front of. Let me see if I can find. Let's see, I'm trying to see. Yeah, this would be it. Okay. So this is from his own, so keep in mind, can someone tell chat, okay, well, I'll go like this when we're done with the spine wall. Oh wait, no, I don't know how to tell people. Okay, I'll be quick, okay? Just in case I understand not everyone's gonna wanna see this. So this is from his own website, okay? So this is him posting this. This is just a small subset of the spine wall. And yes, the brown bones on the bottom, he has made videos in the past. I believe they've since been deleted. But yes, he has made videos in the past speculating on whether or not those belonged to people of African American descent. Or I should just say African descent, I should say. They're that color because they're extremely old. It has nothing to do with the ethnicity of the person, typically. These are extremely ancient bones. Even displaying them like this is not ethical. It's fucking bad shit, okay? And then, you know, it's I just can't fucking stand him. Yeah, and they just gotta, you know, you can responsibly source osteology. It's full of shit. Why are bones in human osteology seen as taboo? Maybe because the way that you get them is less than legal, probably. Maybe just that. So, we're back on the caskets. Okay, we're gone. Bones are gone. Miss Blue Skies, that's why I brought him up. I literally said that. I said that like a couple minutes ago. Not how anything works ever. Yeah. Racism. Yeah. They're hanging like slabs of beef at a butcher. Just seems disrespectful on multiple layers. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, actually, there was someone who I did a video on Demi Lovato buying artifacts that had a bad provenance. Well, like a less than legal provenance is what, like, either the artifacts were fake or the artifacts had been stolen, basically. Not that Demi would have known that, but it was like, had posted like, oh, I wanted to start collecting artifacts, you know, and so I made a video talking about this. And there was an archaeologist on Twitter that was posting about this. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I'd love to have you on my podcast at the time. And she was like, hey, I was thinking about it. And then I saw that you made a positive video on John Bones and like sent me my own podcast episode I had done with so what it was a miscommunication. She never replied to me after this, after I clarified the situation, so I just think she didn't watch the episode and was embarrassed. I did an episode on the death positivity movement, where we also talked about John's Bones with a creator from TikTok, Kala, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I still follow her. We just don't talk the same way. But she is part of the death positivity movement in that she doesn't, like the same thing we were talking about like taking the fear and anxiety and spookiness out of death and like being like, we can talk about this because it is a fact of life. But she hates John Bones, obviously. So we were talking about that and talking about how she inherited a skull from a family member and she did everything that she could and ended up finding it was very difficult to repatriate, but she was able to repatriate it, and going through the steps of that and talking about like that's the responsibility when you even come into possession of human osteology that could have questionable, you know, origins. But the title of the episode was like the death positivity movement blank and John's Bones and the problem with John's Bones or something like that. Okay. And this archaeologist that I was messaging thought it meant that it was a death positive about John's Bones. And I like explained everything and I was like, oh no, like I'm so sorry for the confusion. That's not what this is at all, you know? And then she was like, oh, that's good to know. And then never replied to me again. I think it's Kala. Hang on, let me find, I believe it's Kala. It's gonna drive me insane if it's not. Let me find her. I know I have her on Instagram. No? Watch it not be Cat Kala at all. Watch it just be something totally different. Okay, let's see. Hang on, we're gonna find this. whatever her name was, I remember it was spelt different. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Everyone pause. There's an easy way to get to the bottom of this. You guys, her name is not Kala at all. Hang on. I think Kala was her name of her company? No. Okay, God, this is gonna drive me insane. Coma. That's what it is. Okay, I see what happened. Sorry, chat. I was like, let me get to the bottom of this. Okay. Okay. So here, her name is AJ. She has a shop called Kalma, which is why my brain was doing that. So the fact that I got any of that right with how my brain is with names, impressive. Okay. But yes, her name is AJ Hawkins on TikTok. And they have a shop called Kalma. Okay, that's it. Kalma. Yes. Yes, Nicole, you're right. You're right. Yeah, we were talking. Yes, Nith, that's why this got brought up. This company is dropping Ninja Turtles, a Ninja Turtles coffin series. What the fuck do you mean? Because mortuary? His name is Mort, chat. Oh, God. These are crazy. Oh, just the seagrass? Princess choice? Ra's? Are these employees' names? Is Ra an employee? Or are we talking like Ra, the sun god? Like what? Who do we mean when we say Ra? I think we're following. Like princess? Princess chooses the seagrass? This is lovely, you know. The hunt. If I pull up to your funeral. You know what? Okay, imagine you know everything about me. And then suddenly you go to my funeral and I have a camo print in my coffin lining. Oh my God. That's kind of adorable. Farmer in life, farmer in death. That's like, do we have a close-up of the embroidery? No. We have 2-day business shipping, guys. No zoom in. Oh wait, there we go. I feel like we can do a better zoom in of that. Titan. Firefighter one. Oh, that's sad. Titan Willow. What, Princess doesn't like this one? That it's a John Deere tractor. That's something. Damn, not the pet casket. Yeah, well, coffins need to be delivered fast for reasons. Fair. Again, everyone that I know that has passed has opted for cremation. Because you can get a family, if everyone's cremated, then you can get a family plot. And it's less space. Also, I feel like it's less daunting, like when you go to visit a cemetery and you know that like you're not sitting in the grass on top of grandma, you know? You know? Just saying, you know. Pink velvet lining, yeah. The Pieta. The Era Stainless Series. Rustic, solid oak, made in USA. The pink ones are very fun. The veteran ones, there's a lot of veteran ones. No more fun ones? Oh, not the child one. Oh no. Oh no. We were talking about child caskets earlier very briefly because we were talking about the Ninja Turtles one. I kind of like the... Ooh, the bamboo. And bamboo... See, I feel like this is so sustainable though because bamboo grows so quickly. I feel like, is this not one of the more ethical caskets? Put it in a drawer, a mausoleum, like a tomb, like a mausoleum tomb. That would be sick. I do like, so okay, so I have options in mind for my will. For those of you guys that don't know, this is Worms. I have a complicated family situation, so I have an advance directive. I have, you know, power of attorney sorted out. I have a bunch of things sorted out in case I cannot advocate for myself, so that my father does not have to battle my parent I don't speak to, because on paper they still have like parental right, etc. Okay, so in case they don't know that they're a psycho, you know, so like everything's written out very clearly. But I do like being turned into coral. Like your ashes can be mixed with like sea concrete, so that you can help foster like coral beds. It's very fun. I also like the ones where part of you gets turned into a tree. I think that's fun. Bury me loose is crazy, Nith. Nith, that's crazy. A green berry will take out any usable parts and the compost the rest. I want to be a tree. Fair. The usable parts is crazy. I'm looking at these, ooh, as if I'm not getting cremated for a tree and or donated to science. Yeah. Actually, in all realness, I'm probably donating to science. See, I don't think they want my... I feel like we have enough... Wait, no. Ooh, wait. I was going to be like, I feel like we have enough basic white girls, but I'm applying, like, movie logic to, like, science, when really we know historically most science is not done on women. So... But see, I feel like I would just be a cadaver at a medical school, you know? I don't feel like science would be happening, you know? I was like, OMG, I could be turned into some sick boner, and then I realized I'm dead and cannot art myself. Yeah. Still super useful. Yeah. Science, they still ship your body back to your family cremated after they're done with you. Oh, that's good to know. I think my dad would murder me if I said, hey, by the way, I'm donating my body to science. He'd be like, the fuck you are. Half joking, half serious when he said he wants an urn themed around his fave sports teams. I've seen those. Those are fun. Probably of what I expect. I did see someone whose parents were over at her house, and she had like this little like paperweight on her table, and her mom is like, why do you have an urn? She's like, it's not an urn, it's a paperweight. I got it at the thrift store. And she looked at her husband and is like, and they shook it. It was 100% someone's ashes, and someone just brought the urn to a Goodwill, and this girl bought it because she liked the marble of the urn. Because what do you do? What do you do? There's nothing to indicate who it is, who it's from, anything like that. Like, what do? You won't call the police. It's an ethical death. Like, you can't bother them with this. Hi, I have someone's body. No, you can't do that. So, like, what do you can't bring it back. Did she keep it? Did she reuse the urn? No, you don't reuse the urn. Ew. Sorry, I don't like that either. Premium cloth covered wood youth basket. The babies. Custom green burial. Here we go. Here you go. Custom pine box calf. Wait, how much? This is starting at 2K? Oh, they have a wide version. That's 3,000. Ooh, loop living cocoon, mushroom casket. You could become mushrooms. I kind of fuck with mushroom casket. Honestly, I think I would add the ashes to my flower garden. Like, now it's less weird and the ashes can bring part of pretty flowers. $4,000. Listen, it's not cheap being green. They've made it very easy. I really don't want microplastic in my death. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's already microplastic in my non-existent balls. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like we should be avoiding microplastics in death, you know? No, Ninja Rabbi, we were looking at this company because they're doing a Ninja Turtles collaboration, it appears. And so we were looking at casket on their website because I was like, why do they have Ninja Turtles caskets? Have they done other collaborations is the question. Here's the design your own custom casket. Let's see, what else? I like this green. They've got some nice colors in here. But I feel like, okay, over time, like the paint colors, Hermes with it's so bad. I can't think about that. No, seriously though, I told Scootish, I was like, by the way, if anything happens to Hermes, like you guys will have to like sedate me or something. Why would you get, no! No! This defeats the what? Why a hypercat? Why is it 10 grand? Not the Cybertruck of caskets. Oh my God, $5 says that's what Elon has set aside for his death. Oh wait, no, he doesn't think he's gonna die. Is he on that yet? Has he admitted he thinks he's not gonna die yet? That he's like gonna live forever? I mean, I don't think the ketamine will allow that to happen, but you know. Elon is you're so right, he's freezing himself. I feel like there'll be complications because of, you know, ketamine. Let's see. Okay, that's all of them. Why? What about the Ninja Turtle ones? Not the AI in the military caskets. Oversized caskets. Woody caskets. Okay. No more caskets, chat. Guys, look what just popped up on my feed. There's gonna be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza place here in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, it is opening while I'm in France, but that's okay. That's okay. When I come back, I will be going. I will be going. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go to my friend's birthday, and then I'm immediately gonna go to the pizzeria. Ninja Turtles Pizzeria. Oh my God. I did not know that was a thing that was coming. No one told me about this. goodness. Oh my gosh. You gonna cosplay for it? No. The worst, cheapest pizza. No, it's not, Fraylene. Don't disappoint. It's gonna be cheese pulley, and it's gonna be amazing, because I said so. Not being open to NYC is insane. Well, because, you know, you guys don't have the whimsy. We do. Also, we probably have a lot more vacancies. Let's see. A subtle reference to their iconic weapons of choice. You guys, I'm sorry. I just realized, pull this up. We missed an important factor of, okay, so apparently Titan Casket, to announce the Ninja Turtles collaboration, they posted about the Turtle Titan Caskets, okay? But there's something we did not see, which was in the promos. You guys, he led. Did they put one on every single Turtles casket? We saw the bow staff. I made a joke about like, oh yeah, my turtle lover's bow staff above me for all eternity, and then I realized what I said. He did machine. What is this capitalization? Again, the purple lining kind of slaps. This is really pretty. I really like this. He was cool but rude. What? Again, what is this capitalization? What? Guys, if I die and there's a funeral and anyone says Amanda was cool but she was a rude bitch, you have the right to beat their asses at my funeral. If no one gets into a fight at my funeral, like, I'm haunting everyone, you know, like, just for the record. I want people fighting over things. Whether my will, the scavenger hunt I'm going to be like posting, like there will just be like, hi, if you're seeing this, I'm dead. By the way, I hid the treasure. Here's the coordinates. And then like I expect chaos, okay, with my death. This is kind of like, you know, when everyone is like, yeah, she just lit up a room, you know. Like when someone's murdered brutally. I once saw one where it was like, someone saying like, oh yeah, don't you kind of want it to be like, what the fuck? Sorry. What if someone is like, yeah, he was a fucking asshole, but we didn't need him to get murdered. He was just kind of a dick. He needed to move his parking space, you know? He was a party dude. This is fascinating. So anyways, I saw that. He was cool but rude is fascinating. A swell funeral while I'm in town at another event. Yes. 100%. I want someone to be dressed as the Grim Reaper at my funeral, and I just stand in the corner. I plan on hiring like 3 mercenary-looking dudes. 3 minimum. Okay? Like big, huge. You don't want to meet them in like a desert or in a dark alley, you know? You know they've been in a bar fight or two, okay? And they just stand in the back. They don't talk to anyone. And if anyone asks, how did you know Amanda? That's classified. Like, I really want to add to my lore once I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like the idea of, like, everyone kind of being like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck Amanda was involved in because all this weird shit happened after she died. Like I think that's So fucking funny. I want to haunt the narrative of my own making. You know what I'm saying? Cauliflower ear mandatory. Yeah. Someone's got a fucked up mohawk, you know? Imagine a frat themed funeral, but at each one the frat boys go too hard and one dies and it's a perpetual chain. Way too heavy into reading the Bible strictly for her repass and said she was going to hell for being a sinner. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I don't know. See, that's the thing. We always do funerals and weddings in the same church. Like, I do think I will be the first one. If I ever get married, I will be the first one in my family to not get married in this church. For the girls of my generation. Grant might get married there. Who knows? It's my brother. He's the only boy of our generation. So yeah, I don't know. Crying while doing a keg stand is crazy. Preach that usually, and two, lady was cool AF. People are weird at funerals, you know? Let's see. So yeah, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles. Speaking, okay, I'm sharing this because this is literally what we were just talking about. Put my brother to rest this week. He used to joke about making people put band stickers on his casket and throwing candy inside. Never thought that day would come so soon, but we made sure he had the most punk coffin in history. That's actually really sweet. Like, everyone brought stickers. Like think about it. Like, everyone brings stickers from bands and music that they love to share with you in your path. That's so sweet, actually. That's so poetic. I really like that. Sorry, I don't know, because I clicked on the fucking coffin post. I'm gonna get all the coffin stuff now. I'm gonna have to deal with everyone's families dying. I'd rather sign my coffin if I do have one. Yeah. They were fake plants. Well, the power company gave me an ETA of 15 to 72 hours before I get my power back. Okay, so that's not ideal, Sunny. Has the game started yet? Hang on. I've got live updates. You guys, it's 32 to 17. It's only the first, but God, the Spurs can't win tonight. Like Trump's not there, right? Let's see. Sorry, I got a message from William. Gotta do the work. Yeah, Hurricanes is tomorrow. The guy saging Madison Square Garden yesterday. Yes, I'm shocked more people weren't. I'm shocked we didn't see like every type of spiritual and religious culture praying outside of the stadium. Is the bag back? I don't know. Let me see. God, I love all the backrooms art and lore on Twitter right now. Like his bone spurs that kept Trump from serving in Vietnam? People I never heard talk about sports only have jerseys lately. I mean, sports is a unifying thing, alas. Let's see. The ASPCA did a cute thing with kittens and shoes for the Knicks. Well, Spurs is also Spurs, like Spurs on a cowboy boot. That's what they're named after. Boot Spurs. You want to see the kittens? Here are the kittens. Look at them. Look at kitties. They're so cute. Let's go Knicks. Let's go kittens. But they put Knicks inside of the K. So it's like kittens. It's very cute. See, Spurs, if you guys win, this is who will be sad. The kittens. I just really want the Knicks to win, mainly because I don't follow men's basketball. Is that what it's called? All that much. But I need the Knicks to win because I do think the future of New York City depends on it. Like, I do. Also, it would be so funny if the Knicks won after the incredible opening run that Mamdani has had. Like, his sports team wins on top of everything else. Like, I do want to see what he does. I also am loving. Okay, so like the World Cup's starting tomorrow-ish, okay? And like everyone's kind of miserable. My favorite genre of content right now on Twitter and other platforms is fans traveling or following their teams to the United States and experiencing America for the first time. Okay? There's a Japanese guy in Tennessee. There's a German guy he's going down to Georgia, I believe. It's like a 14-hour drive. He's just been posting like, wow, this is amazing. Like, it's very, wow. Like, most of it is just like in awe of how large things are here. And I'm not even talking about like food, like the way that we do land and sporting venues, streets, restaurants, things like that. People are posting burgers and things that they're getting. Like, just the size. It's very fun. I very much enjoy it. Draw late. So bye for now. Bye. I feel like NYC could build a second Empire State Building by hand, like a barn raising with their energy right now. Yeah. But it's been very fun to see. Oh, fun. Fantastic. Is this real? Palantir has received a contract from the Trump administration to accumulate and centralize data on Americans. So I'm cooked, you know. Some of you are probably fine. I'm cooked. Oh, Dorianne did well at Free Practice 1 earlier for Le Mans. Top of the times. Let's see. Seattle passed a 1-year moratorium on data center construction. It's the largest city to enact a pause or a ban. Huzzah. So the towers that are twins. ATL traffic. Yeah, it's really funny because it's a 14-hour drive that they were going to be doing. And they were like, let us know if there's anything that we should stop along the way. And like over the next couple of days. And everyone was like, this is funny because Americans would just do that. Like we might stop for a night, but like 14 hours, that's like a long haul drive, you know, like we would do that drive. It is doable, but it's like a couple of, like I would do that drive in 2 days, maybe. Have a good night, everyone. Bye, Sunny. Yeah, they said in the next couple of days, and it was like 14 hours is, I don't think that's a couple of days. Let's see. Have you guys seen, okay, hold on. Have you guys seen the dating sim from the pest control company? Do you guys, is it released yet? Can I play it? Oh, it's only playable in Japanese. God damn it. Guys, should we, wait, can I translate? Oh. Guys, is there a name for this? Weird game. Guys. You know we have to play the weird bug game, right? You guys know we have to play the weird bug game. Guys. So it's a dating sim. This is made by a pest control company. You can romance. We have to do this. Okay, everything's in Japanese. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let me see if there's audio. Is there noise? There's voice acting, I know that. I saw something saying the voice actor for Eren Yeager is the voice actor for one of the characters. Hyperfixation bugs. Warning. Okay, I can't read that. Swell. Oh, wait. Oh, there is audio. Hold on. Okay. Oh, hometown. Unfamiliar. Heavy. It's translating on site. Out window at. Something. Me. ... So it's trying to translate. Swell? That's me. Relentless. That. I ran onto the roof of a dimly lit park nestled between buildings. I popped into a lively restaurant that was right in front of me. Ooh. Dimly lit park. Episode 1. Do I have to just hit the button? Swell. Sudden gust of it. It's like it gives up on translating it. Despair. You better not blush. I might. Let's see. Picture. Someone take my picture. Oh, okay. Hi. One, them. Other. Delicate. No way. It. Wait. Do you talk? Wait, no, why is it off?
ほら、受け取れ。下ばっか見てないで、顔を上げろ。お怪我はありませんか？泥がついてしまって申し訳ない。あなたの気配を感じて、つい体が動いてしまいましたが、おせっかいだったでしょうか。
My breath. My breath caught in my throat, I'm assuming. That moment, the moonlight. And they just appeared? I'm adding, you know what? You know what? We're extrapolating, chat. We're figuring this out. Their clothes were drenched in rain. ... I can't breathe. Thump. The rain hit me. I would like to express my gratitude. Picture? There. Was that it? Name. Only the... Was that it? Okay. Phew. Huh, that was a lot. This... illusion? They were human men, though. We're past the illusion. Office? Fuck that. Park. Oh, no more rain. At night. By streetlights. That day. The... comma. Old. That. But... just... Ooh, I took a walk down the alleys around the park. I'll wait under the roof that day. Obviously, we're taking a walk. Outside park. Jesus. Oh, this is AI. That's the AI look. Multi-tenant. Kimmy B, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. You ate the poison. Thank you. I mean, we figured it was probably AI, but still. My smartphone. Yeah, it's really bad translation. It quiet. Huh? Wait, was that a cockroach? Wait, was that a bug? Did you hear that? Was that a bug? Why did it sound like that? I looked up. I frantically ran down. But, oh. Looking around. Just my imagination. No, one of those dudes was fucking following me. Resignation. I was hoping that a hot cockroach man was behind me. In clouds. Of the city. Small. Here. BG, you won the Swell Grand Prix with a Prime Boost. You ate the poison. Oh. You ate the poison. Thank you for subscribing.
だろ？俺のお気に入りの場所だ。
Huh? Sorry, the way I almost said that. Suddenly. Surprise. An arc. In despair. What? Picture? Picture? I like how straight up it's just removing items. What? Oh! Oh! Okay. Exclamation point. Gravity. Huh? By moonlight. Illuminated by moonlight. See, seemingly gravity had no effect on him. Immediately. Huh?
本当に好きだらけだな。
No, we're not gonna pretend you didn't just fly. That was fucking weird. So it sounds like I tried to take a picture, but my phone flew out of my hand, and this man that I just met yesterday thought it was a good idea to expose his winged bug powers to me to save my dumb phone. In ear. Please don't fly to my ear. Huh? Oh god, I gotta say something else.
礼なんていらない。
Thanks.
俺は黒。
Kuro? They named him Kuro? K.
俺以外にここに来るやつがいるとはな。ま、
Well.
誰かと見る夜空も悪くない。
Well. In ear. Stop. Oh, he whispered in my ear. His breath was cold.
次はもう拾わない。でも、サビ。
He behind. And just right here, I sort of fucking got weekend night. I had recorded that. Uh-oh. God, this is me. Oh. On screen.
サプライズがある。外に出てみろ。
Is Bugman FaceTiming us? Kuro. Huh? That. Hastily. Outside. Could it be that they're already in front of my house? I hurried towards the front door. Does outside mean the starry sky? I'll go out onto the balcony to check it out. Ooh, okay. I keep doing the first one. Should we try this one? Should we try balcony? Low-key, if a bugman was trying to like romance me, I do think the balcony is cooler. Like that is more romantic. A little stalkerish, but Kuro's hot. Therefore, less stalkery. More Romeo and Juliet. Okay? Outside. Enjoying the night breeze. He's just gonna fly by. Bugman, jot that down. Oh.
同じ星空を見てると
He FaceTime.
すぐそばにいるみたいだろ。
Let me guess who's not out here. Swell. He too. Now. That. Oh, he wasn't out there. He straight up wasn't out there. We picked the wrong one. Wow, slacking. That. Smartphone. But, in a hurry. Picture? Dude, we gotta pick a different word. Of the room. Tiny. Oh my god, is he a tiny bug in the room? Is he inside the fucking apartment? Did he crawl through the... Immediately. Someone clip this! Clip this right now! Clip it, 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 clip it. That's too many arms. That's too many legs. What the fuck is this? Does he... What? want to hit the next button, chat. I don't want to hit the next button. I don't want to hit the next button. Also, why are you inside my home?
遠くの星なんかより俺を見ろ。
Of my affections. He right. But closer we get. So for those who don't know, this is a dating sim made by a pest extermination company. So this ends with us roaching, bug spraying our roach boyfriends. G end. This is incredible. This is phenomenal. Oh my god, so obviously we have to try and get a different result. So that we never have to repeat such a heartbreaking parting again. They can enter through gaps as small as 3 millimeters. A balcony door left slightly ajar becomes an ideal entry point for them, and it's not uncommon to knowingly invite them into your room. By placing Black Cap Outdoor on your balcony, you can eliminate them outside and prevent them from entering. The effect lasts for 1 year. Furthermore, Earth Goki Sugoi eliminates all of them in your home simply by spraying it into the spaces in your room and any crevices where they might be hiding. In addition, its barrier effect effectively prevents new invaders from entering your home. Return to the beginning. Obviously, we gotta try and get a different result. Who the fuck is... we gotta get a different result. We have to. We have to. We're doing this again. This is incredible. So we try a different name? Mau Mau. Oh my god, why can't I type? Okay. Hometown. Unfamiliar. Heavy. Out window at. We did all this. I'm skipping ahead. Oh no. It's raining. Relentless. Okay. We'll do restaurant. We did the other one before. Episode 1. Bugmen. Hi, Swell. Hi, chat. Bugmen. What the fuck was that sound? Wet. Did I fall? Matter. Mau Mau. Okay. Did we just faceplant? My... One of them and my other me left his.
危ないよ。間に合ってよかった。怪我はない？君みたいな可愛い子が怪我でもしたら僕が悲しいからさ。
よそ見して歩いちゃダメだぜ。危なっかしいお嬢さんだ。
The cleavage is taking me out. I'm so sorry. This is fucking nuts.
安心しろ。お前くらい片腕でも余裕で支えてやるよ。
My breath. Shop. This. My mind. To my gratitude. Picture? God, what is this with fucking pictures? 2 figures. Arms and... However. If they're bugs, I'm gonna lose it. So Kamika, They're definitely bugs. Phew. But... oh, this is a different plot. Wait, I went back? Around restaurant. Clerk. Clerk. Since I'm alone, I choose the less conspicuous spot next to the luggage storage area at the back. Let's choose counter seats in front of the kitchen so we can feel the chef's energy. Okay, I think this is hoodie guy, this is titty guy. We're going with titty guy. I want to see what type of bug he is. That's my suspicion. It ends in extermination. They all end in, that's the whole point. It's a bug extermination company that made this, was shown. They all end in extermination. Yeah, I was right. I'm a genius. Mao Mao. The sound. The voice. I'm ringed? Ringed? His name is Ringed? 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 I'm... oh. His... speaking. Snap. The fuck was that? An unpleasant sound. Did I step on a bug? Crouch down. Picture? What is us with us and fucking pictures? Why is there a pearl and did our necklace break? Why are there 500 of him? Is he an ant or something? He's married to the twink. Field of vision. Them. Just. Of my hand. I don't know about this. He drugged us. This is a roofie. Ah.
こんな暗くて狭い床下に転がっちまったら普通は見つけらんねえぞ。まあでも安心しな。俺と俺のダチがいつでも助けてやるからよ。
Getting that bag because LMAO behind him. This.
お前みたいに危なっかしいやつはどうにも放っておけねえ。
Guys, we have the whole chat log. But don't worry, I and my friends will always be here to help you. In the darkness behind him, countless men with identical faces stand silently, guarding his back. I can't believe this person had so many friends by their side to help me. Girl, we have the survival instincts of an avocado. What a reliable person he is. I can't just leave a reckless person like you alone. I mean, that's...
お前が困った時は世界中どこにいても必ず見つけ出してやるよ。
That's a threat. Darkness. Watched over by countless companions standing silently in the darkness. Yeah, that's scary as fuck, girl. I need you to have more... His reliability made my heart flutter. Episode 3. A summer night. That's it, a summer night. A bath. After taking a bath, I changed into my pajamas and was relaxing on the sofa in my apartment drinking cold tea. Since that night, I've been exchanging messages with Wayman from time to time. Waman? This says ringed. Is Waman his name? Pajam ass. It feels strange that someone so wild and rough around the edges would keep in touch so regularly. If he wanted to, he would. Oh my gosh, my phone. Oh, it's from Mr. Woman. Is what? I don't know. I blinked in surprise when I saw the message displayed on the screen. My friend told me you look tired again today. I can't just ignore it, so I'm going to go see you. What? Like, what? My friend told me you look tired again today. Hey, who? What, when, where, fuck, why, you know? Huh? Who's this friend you're talking about? Right response. Though bewildered by the words that made it seem as if someone had been watching me, my heart started pounding. Girl, this is not a dark romance novel. He's a bug. You want to meet me? You don't mean you're coming to my house right now. I jumped up from the sofa in a panic and looked around the room feeling uneasy. Yeah, no shit, someone's got cameras in her home, girl. Oh no, what should I do? I haven't prepared anything. Girl, the cops. Call the authorities. I'm sweating from the tension and the heat. Let's turn the ventilation fan for now. I can't let anyone see me without makeup. I'm going to the bathroom quickly. Chat, pick one. Chat, pick one. Ventilation. Is he gonna come through the ventilation? Chat, is he gonna come through the ventilation? If I click ventilation, will he come through the ventilation? Guys, will he come through the ventilation? Is he gonna come through the ventilation? Is he gonna come through the ventilation? 5, 4, 3. We're tied. 2, 1. We're going with 1. Oh no, I'm sweating from nervousness and summer heat. If this continues, he'll be disappointed in me. What? What? I quickly stood up and headed to the kitchen. Was that us? First, we need to ventilate the room. Let's see. The fan pull cord. Reach for the kitchen exhaust fan cord and pull it hard twice to set it to high. I looked up at the exhaust fan, which had started spinning vigorously, and let out a small sigh of relief. That's when it happened. Picture? Okay, so it is that. There's no other there's no other message. It's just picture. Am I taking a picture or am I saying picture? Amidst the noise of the exhaust fan, there was a strange noise coming from deep inside the duct, like something hard was being banged. What? I felt the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end and I cautiously looked up. Immediately afterwards, oh my god. If anything happens, you can just cry on my shoulder. Bro, what are you? I'm sorry. This is okay. No. Wait. Okay. Put a pin in that. The object of my affection was a cockroach. He slipped right into the smallest crack in my heart. But he and I cannot live in the same world. I'm prejudiced against bugs. The closer we get, the more we end up hurting each other. Yeah, he's a stalker, girl. That's why I'll become stronger. So that I can live on my own without relying on him anymore. What? Thank you. And now goodbye. We're about to kill our boyfriend. We're raiding our boyfriend. Hold on. We murdered our chef bug boyfriend. G end. Okay. To repeat such a heartbreaking parting again. The delicious aroma of cooking and the warm air escaping from the exhaust vent are tempting escape route for them. And it's not uncommon for them to be unknowingly invited into the room. Health inspector, no jury of your peers would convict you. So, there's something extremely funny to me in monster romances or monster media where the monster that has the crush on the human, okay? And like the human is like rightfully disturbed or like disgusted either by their appearance or whatever, but then the monster is still trying to try and be romantic as if everything is fine. Like, it's okay, if you get scared you can always lean on me. As the thing that they're scared of is the monster. That's very fun for me. That I like that. That's a fun trope. And that's just what this gave me. So I don't know. She did murder him, but like at the end of the story, this, like, the end of the day, this is like, we're actually dating these bugs and then we're murdering them. So like, this is very weird. Beauty and the Beast. Yes. Okay. But yes, I want that for a minute because I thought it was very fun. Here's the link if anyone would like to play. It's in Japanese, you're gonna have to translate it. It will not be perfect, but there's a log. I wish we would have known about the log sooner. That's really funny. Spent more time on it. I know. Incredible. I hope it does shockingly well and they have to do more. I'll draw for it for free. Give me LOL. Like, I always like the idea, especially with modern day. Think about it this way. Like, for example, this is why I'm really bummed that we didn't get more of the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. Okay? Because I do think that there is such a funny premise, which I feel like some of the cartoons have done this, where like the turtles, especially like Donatello, because of the nature of social media, like, they could become, like, Discord friends with people that never meet them, never see them, especially with the rise of VTubers. Like, picture Donatello and Michelangelo as VTubers, okay? And they make friends, and then it's like, okay, who do I trust to show the fact that I'm a giant fucking turtle, And then this whole situation comes in, Like, it's very fun. I think that's very fun, and I don't think they play with that enough anymore. Like, I feel like so much social media, that's one of the things that I think is a big problem with Hollywood, okay, in general, is they don't know how to deal with the smartphone problem and the fact that everyone has Google and connection on them all the time. And so they just kind of pretend as if social media and a lot of movies do this, where social media and phones are not relevant or are not there. And I think that's a mistake. I think that, like, I feel like that's what I'm excited for with like this younger generation getting excited about writing and directing and everything like that because of Backrooms, because of Obsession and the like, that we will see, you know, more young talent come in and also literally know how to utilize social media and tech in the way that young people do, in a way that is like feeds into the story versus like, I guess we got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm picturing, okay, so you guys remember that one Off-Kai clip? I think it was, no, it was off. It wasn't Off-Kai. It was it TwitchCon? Where it was Anime Expo maybe? But it was a VTuber concert, and the guy is like going like this and singing, and then like his bangs are like this, and then all of a sudden he goes up, and his hair goes like this, showing his eyes, and the girls in the crowd, human women, start screaming. Even though he's just going like this and it's shooting from here up, okay? Now picture that as Michelangelo. Mikey the Ninja Turtle is behind that avatar. That's funny as fucking concept. That's hilarious, and I need it yesterday. Thank you for following. Like, I will be borrowing someone's Ninja Turtle costume to be able to make a short film of that. I'm stressed about Barcelona this year, I'm not gonna lie. Monster VTuber would be so good, right? Like VTuber, and it's like they have a bunch of friends, obviously, and it's like, yeah, no, let's go meet up. You know? Like, oh, I'm gonna be in town. Yeah, I'm coming to town for the, what's it called? Yeah, I'd love to, like, we should get dinner. We should meet up. We should go to that game place that you were talking about. Oh, we can't do that. No, it burned down. No, I'm so sorry, I'm busy. I'm actually gonna be out of town. Yeah, it's crazy. We can't meet up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, we can't meet up. Mike Johnson says California election fraud is so bad it can't be proven. We have that special type of election fraud, the magic kind, that makes Republicans go like, whoo, you know. Let's see. Sorry, I had to laugh. Forests? Katana light sticks would go sick. Yeah, like there's all these little things like for straight up monsters, like claw light sticks, you know? and like no one knows. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny. Speaking of me doing a sabbatical in a van, do you guys want to watch 5 van camping encounters that got very strange? Homeopathic voter fraud, yeah. There's a VTuber K-pop group and their light sticks are dumbbells because the boys like to work out. Ninja Turtles VTuber light sticks should be katanas. Only the VTuber avatar developer knows. See, I feel like even then, there's so many people that can get away with not knowing, you know? Like, I feel like it's extremely doable to get away with no one knowing that you are a monster VTuber. You know what I'm saying? Faces aren't human. You can also re-rig yourself. Also, proper lighting would be fine. I found out my internet boyfriend is a Fresno nightcrawler. Man, I'm still dead at the idea of them being on Discord and posting like a PC setup pic and everyone like, why the fuck is your wall riveted cast iron? Jeez, dude, how many monitors do you fucking have? You could launch the nukes from that thing. Why is your couch made out of pizza boxes?
Living Life by the Mile is a channel run by a married couple, Michael and Rebecca, living full-time on the road in a truck, traveling coast to coast with their dog, Reese. Their videos are great, showing everything going on in their life, whether it's repairing the truck, camping, the cool places they visit, or in some cases, things that go wrong or turn dangerous. Because as much as this lifestyle is filled with adventure, being in a different place every night can sometimes lead you to spots that are not always the safest, even when you think you've chosen a good place to stay overnight. Well, that's exactly what happened in this particular video. They were finally ending the day and had found a spot that seemed fine to camp in, a Walmart parking lot in Allentown, Pennsylvania. They went to sleep, and since Rebecca needed to wake up early in the morning, she set an alarm for 6 a.m. Said and done. The alarm rang and she woke up. But when she got off the bed, she heard something else, a knock from outside.
Raphael, that would be Raphael's scandal. He would bet on himself on Kalshi. I feel like Leonardo would do meditation streams and everyone's like, and the comments would just be, is she sleeping? No, she's dead. Like that one meme. He'd be like, no, you gotta center your mind. Okay. Obviously, I feel like Mikey is a Let's Play channel, is like a gaming streamer. And I feel like so is Donatello. Like both are gaming. No one knows they know each other because they don't like to cross paths. But they are in silent competition with each other constantly. I found out my internet boyfriend is the AI voiceover for creepy videos. Don't knock on
so
my
I
shit.
hurried and put my house coat on, and by the time I got up there, whoever it was already getting back in their vehicle, but they was so close to the back of the truck, I couldn't even make out what kind of car it was or anything.
I mean, we knew it wasn't the cops.
Yeah.
Or security.
Yeah, and they just took off. And then I started making me some coffee, and then I just wanted to look out again and make sure that they had left. And what do you know? They're back. And they're literally just standing beside my truck, creepily, not knocking or anything, just standing there. So at that point, I tell Michael, you better get up. You got to have to do something with this, whatever this is going on out here.
That's when Michael woke.
Oh my god, sorry. I just pictured them getting a random message on stream, a random chat message that just says, I know your secret. I'm gonna tell everyone, okay? And they're like, fuck, they know we're turtles. When really the secret is that they think they're dating another VTuber. I have proof you're dating Lollipop Guild 7. I know you're with her. Sorry, I had that vision and I was like, that's funny as shit. Because they'd all be freaking out, being like, oh my god, they're gonna know that we're turtles. And then like, maybe one of them is dating her. And so it's like, okay, well, I have to tell her. I have to tell her who I am before she finds out from someone else. That'd be worse, right? And then it's like, oh no, that was the secret. The secret was that you were secretly dating this other VTuber. Not that you're a giant turtle. You exposed that for nothing, but probably healthier that you did.
Woke up pretty
Writing fanfic
annoyed.
out loud. Yeah, that happens a lot on stream. Because I don't write fanfic anymore. I just share it. The front of Amanda's brain is watching spooky videos. The back of his brain is furiously as I love this fanfic. Listen. It's not my fault. I'm great at compartmentalizing, and I'm multi-talented and sexy, okay? Whose problem is that? Mine? No.
And for good reason. He had gone to sleep around 3 a.m. and someone was knocking on the van at 6 a.m. That could have been understandable if whoever did it had a
Scarier
good
is
reason.
midnight, like what I
But
had.
when he woke up, the person who knocked wasn't even around anymore. And while they were talking about it, that person suddenly appeared again. But this time he was using their RV for a bathroom. That's when Michael saw him and opened the window to talk with him and hopefully understand his reason.
You got a hose, otherwise fuck off and die.
But this is when it got weird.
That's when I got weird?
Hey, I'm looking for a Paul Yob. Have you seen him?
What?
A Paul Yob?
What?
Why are you beating on my truck at 6 o'clock in
I'm
the
looking
morning?
for a Paul Yob.
Paul Yobs.
Who's that?
Paul Yob, it's a short little.
Paul Yobs yanking on his knob somewhere else. Fuck off. Leave us alone. Go away.
Oh, it drives a tow truck. I was 20 years back. I was just waking up on electric. Where's he at?
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is Paul Yob?
Do you know Brian Kramer?
No.
I mean, we have no idea
Who the fuck is Brian Kramer? Why? Do you know who I'm talking? Why would I know who you're talking about?
who Paul Yob was. Like, or Brandon Kramer.
You don't know any of these fellows?
No.
No Brian Kramer or any of that.
No.
Are you on crack or something?
Don't, Michael, you don't know he could
No,
have.
I'm for somebody.
Never, listen to me. I don't care where you are. Never accuse someone that you think is on crack. Never ask them if they're on crack. Never do that. Never do that. Okay? Are you on meth or something? Those words should not come out of your mouth. Okay? Okay? Have you been smoking today? What's going on? You know, that's fine. But directly putting a word to the drug you think they are doing, it never goes well.
Don't be on my truck
What?
at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, what are you
Wait,
doing,
what?
bro? Stop beating on my truck at 6
I'm
o'clock in the
find
morning.
somebody that would just led me over here to talk to you to tell me you're Paul Yob for some reason.
Nobody
What?
did that, dude.
Yeah,
You're
let's
on
go.
crack. No, you don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Nobody did.
Sorry, I thought I heard a word.
Truck at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, what are you
Wait,
doing,
what?
bro? Stop beating on my truck at 6
I'm
o'clock in the
find
morning.
somebody that would just led me over here to talk to you to tell me you're Paul Yob for some reason.
Nobody
That's what
did
I'm
that, dude.
trying to
You're
figure
on
out.
crack. No, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
What?
Nobody
He said, no, you. I heard a different word.
did that.
Yeah.
Nobody
You just
did
told
that.
me to
It's
come
his
over and
accent, it
tell you
condensed
that you're
it.
Paul Yob for some
I don't know who Paul, whoever the is. You
Hold
beating
on,
on
hold
other
on.
people's shit. You just beating them beat on somebody else's shit, too.
Yeah, I beat on that van over there.
And you ain't a crackhead.
Stop saying that.
Ain't a crack-
You don't hear
I'll tell you
that?
that much right now. This is going way back, partner. That's why I'm out here.
No,
What?
I'll tell you where this is going. One of two places. You're gonna get the
I'm just politely telling him to get away from my truck. That's code for I told him what he could do, what his mama could do, what his cousin could do.
Up in front of that van over there. Go ahead.
What does the van got to...
It's about with Paul Bible. You better get the
Paul Bible?
He's not in his right
Oh,
mind.
fuck, he flipped the hat around. Oh, men are so fucking dumb. Men are so weird.
He could have a...
The confrontation became more and more intense, and it also turned unpredictable. During the entire exchange, the man kept his hands behind his back, which made
Is his jaw
Rebecca uneasy,
No.
since it looked like he might be hiding a weapon. At the same time, he was repeatedly asking for someone named Paul Yob, claiming that someone had told him Paul was there. Michael did not understand why he thought, for some reason, that the person he was looking for was in their truck. What happened next made things even more confusing. The man eventually walked away, but then returned and started knocking on other vans as well, asking the same question again, which made it clear that something about his story did not add up.
I mean, definitely he was on something, and he was messing with everybody because when he knocked on ours the first time, I also seen him go across over to a gray van, and I seen him get out, and they done the same thing. He went around to the driver's side, he knocked on the side of their van, and then he literally ran back to his car and took off before they could get up and get out there. Same way he had done us. He was going around to everybody's vehicles. I saw him go up to 2 other cars and mess around their cars.
I mean, he wasn't a homeless dude. He obviously had a car, and he looked like he
You
had
can
a
be homeless
job
and have
and
a
all
car.
that. He just still a crackhead. I mean, he talking about being SA'd 20 years ago, and some reason they're in our truck this morning in Allentown.
Okay. Could it be he was assaulted as a kid in a van, and that's why he's harassing all the people with vans, and that's why he got out of his car, like it caused a break of some sort when he saw all the vans parked there when he pulled up? Could that be what's happening? He also could be on drugs, but like I'm trying to understand the through line. And I'm wondering if that could be it, because then the listing off of names, that's like, I will not forget these names type of behavior. See? I don't know.
I really didn't know what to do with it at that point, because she was saying it looked like he was reaching behind his back and he had something. I mean,
It did, because when they first started arguing,
Yeah, no,
he had his hands in the
pulling up like that, no, they definitely should have moved. They
front
definitely
of
should
him,
have
and
moved.
then I kept seeing him like go like this, like in behind his back. So I just wanted to get Michael out of the window, because you never know, man.
Yeah.
The world is crazy right now. Everybody knows that. I'm not going to risk my life or his life in any way. So I just told Michael, I just said whatever to get him away from the window and let this guy go on about his day.
then after I kind of threatened him, he started saying something like, if I'm going to do it in front of that van over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Which was halfway across the Walmart parking
Yeah.
lot.
Take
Like-
him over there.
A bit of time later, a few cars rolled through the lot, maybe cops or security, and the couple figured someone must have called it in. It was clear that the man was not in the right state of mind. The couple decided to stay for a bit longer in that parking lot, although it was clear that they could not go back to sleep because of that unsafe feeling that he might still be around. They eventually left the area and continued their trip, but this was something that every van camper tries to avoid, and as you can see, sometimes it happens randomly. I've said it, and I will continue saying it. People are much more dangerous than any other animal. That is why it is a good thing to get as far as you can from cities and places where people might be. As you've seen on my channel, you can encounter people in the most remote places too, and that can be much more dangerous. But it is not happening as often as in cities. Animals might be scary and dangerous.
Beb, it's a bear. It's a bear. See, like, they're so cute. They're so cute. And I should be able to give them a hug. I should be able to flop down and snuggle with a bear, but bears want to eat me. You know, I'm like bear size, Like, I would be a snack. I look like a big dog, you know?
But one thing they will never do is break into your van and shoot you. At least, not the animals I know.
Whispers
I don't
is
know
weird.
what kind of
Whispers,
sick,
Whispers is on crack. What the fuck?
weird animals you have in your countries.
Whisper.
But anyway, what I am trying to say is that it is best to always have some kind of protection, so that in case something like this ever happens, you at least have a way to defend yourself if it gets a bit more messy than this. Now, they were safe, but there are many more people like that out there who look normal at first sight,
What?
but turn out to be crazy.
No, he pulled up acting crazy from the jump, dude.
Mark is a man who loves fishing, so he often takes
Mark.
his RV camper, goes to fishing spots, camps through the night, and cooks what he catches. He is not an influencer or YouTuber, but he occasionally posts snippets of his life on his TikTok page. Well, this particular video I am about to show you is not about fishing. It is about something that happened in his camper while he and his partner were sleeping inside. A man had apparently gotten inside it, and when they woke up, they saw this.
Oh. I'm coming at you with a bat. I can't imagine doing anything else. Hi, can you get the fuck out?
Hey, think you got the wrong camper.
Are these his pants or are these underwear?
Hey there. Think you're in the wrong camper.
I think you know it's your camper.
Hey, did you stagger into the wrong camper last night? I don't know who you are.
And this is why we lock our camper doors at the site.
Somebody's probably missing you, though. We gotta get up and get ready. You're gonna have to go home. I don't know where home is. Hey, dude.
That's why guys built like this do not fear God, animal, nuclear explosion. My mom dated guys like this, okay? These guys don't fear. Guys with the hard, big belly like this, they've been through some shit. They've seen some shit. They've done some shit, okay? They don't fear a whole lot. I'm not shocked that he's being really casual and cavalier about this.
I don't know who you are. You're in my camper.
There's a hole in his fucking shorts. Yeah, this dude has seen some shit.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What am I doing in your camper, bro?
Well, I don't know. You must have slept a good one off.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
Look,
he's so sunburnt.
this was a funny encounter.
He's sunburnt too.
I mean, they got scared pretty badly when they saw that a stranger was inside their camper. But in the end, they realized that the man was just drunk and simply did not know where he was. It's true, this guy was not a real threat, but it goes to show why you should always lock your doors. Come on, this guy entered in the middle of the night, and from what I can tell, he was extremely
I mean,
drunk.
it's definitely
He did
happened.
not
So my friend's parents had a camper, so we would go up to like Carpinteria quite a bit and go camping. And when you're in a campsite, especially when you're a kid, it's not uncommon to like accidentally go to the wrong camper. Especially like I walked into the wrong camper a few times because a lot of campers just look the same, especially when you're small. And so like I understand kids doing it, you know, like, oh, sorry, sweetie, like wrong camper. You know, nothing ever happened, obviously. But like to full on as an adult be drunk and go to the wrong camper is crazy.
Not even realize it was not his van, and he surely was not being quiet either, yet Mark still did not hear him. If a person can get inside while you are sleeping, make noise, and still go unnoticed, then it is clear that you could become a very easy target for someone who enters for completely different reasons. So, lock your doors, guys. It takes only a few seconds, but it can save you. It's true that if someone really wants to break in, they can still do it even if the doors are locked, but they would have to force their way in. And that would definitely be much louder and more likely to wake you up, giving you time to react or defend yourself. Yeah, at the end of the day, nothing happened to them. But what if it had been someone else with completely different intentions who discovered that the van was unlocked? Jamie Does Wild Bike Packing is a guy who loves camping a lot. His channel is focused on him going to different woods and places with his bike and camping there, wherever it may be. It is a nice way to get out into nature and exercise at the same time, but every once in a while he also loves going camping with his van, probably to places that are too far to reach with the bike. Well, in this particular episode, he does exactly that. He drove around for hours just to get to a spot that said camping was not allowed. Disappointed,
What if it
he
were
got back
Bert's
on the
boyfriend?
road
You're
in
so
search
right.
of another spot, again fairly remote where there should have been no people around. Or so he thought.
I'm fed up driving around the whole of bloody Norfolk, so I think I'm going to have a tea here, and then I'll see what I think, and I'll potentially sleep here, or I will go home. I tell you,
Okay.
it's nice to stop because I've done about a squillion miles tonight.
Squillion
Right,
miles.
I think I'm going to do an hour watch, and because I'm in charge of a motor vehicle, non-alco, no fun.
After finding this spot, he felt all right with it. But even if he didn't, it was already getting too dark for him to try and find another place. So he settled there. It would have been okay, but not long after
think
setting
he
up
has an
camp,
accent, so I
he
think
began
England.
hearing weird singing deep in the forest. During that time, it was still very distant, so it was not an immediate threat.
I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. I can hear all sorts of
That's an animal.
weird singing going on in those woods. I think I'm gonna cook my tea and
Not the birds.
As the night fell, he began cooking some food and also started thinking about going out to explore for a bit, curious about the weird singing in the forest, but he slowly changed his mind.
That's weird singing woods. Road. Pedders Way. JB, Base Camp 1. That is a tasty burger. No walkabout tonight. Bugger that. I don't know what the hell's going on in those woods, but I don't want to end up in some cult.
I mean, why stay safe and let your burger digest when you can take a walk through the forest instead, even after already saying twice that it might not be a good idea? Yep, he decided to give the forest a try.
All singing in unison, and that would slap so hard.
I think I'm going to risk a little walk. I want to know what's going on in those woods.
little
So
walk.
I'm going to do the back of the van up. And make sure I've got my keys. I don't really want to be locking myself out. I really don't know whether this is a good idea, but perhaps I'll go over there on the light off.
How about a night vision camera, bro?
I've had a second thought. I don't know whether I really want to know what's going on in there. I think I'll go back to the van.
Okay.
It's bloody weird here, I tell you. Bloody freezing.
The chicken are
Wow,
cultists.
he finally remembered what he kept saying before going into the forest and turned back. Great idea. He got back into the van and set up his sleeping mat inside the RV, but stayed awake for a bit longer to enjoy some hot tea and warm himself up because it was freezing outside. And fortunately, that turned out to be the best decision, because while he was still awake, he saw this.
Just got out of the van to have a piss. What the f*** is that?
A light?
There's a light in the bloody woods now. I'll tell you what.
Bro, you're in the woods. There might be other people in the woods. I think it's fine.
Fuck this.
He left the area immediately as he was extremely unsure of why that light was coming toward him. And judging by how late it was and the location, well, not the best place to be making friends. Look, at first sight, it does not seem that weird, but when you put together the singing in the woods and the light coming toward you from the forest in the dead of night, it just does not feel right. It was pretty cold for a camping trip, around 5 degrees Celsius, especially deep in the woods, so who in their right mind would be out there singing? I am not saying he was 100% being attacked by the person coming from the woods, but why take the risk? You do not know if that person has problems or what they might do, so it is just best to leave when you see someone approaching your van. As you have seen, people have no problem knocking on your door, getting inside, or worse. Be safe, guys.
Be safe, guys. Be safe. Be safe.
Salvage to Scenic is a channel of a guy who loves the outdoors, camping in his truck, and traveling around the world exploring. His videos are very appreciated in his niche, and he has a nice way of presenting his adventures. But in this particular video, he encountered something very weird in the middle of the night while he was parked in a parking lot near his garage.
It's like 12:30 in the morning. A car just pulled up into the parking lot. It honked its horn and then did a lap around me. I heard a door open and close. And I saw a guy walk right in front of my car, like brushing the front corner of it. I heard some talking and stuff, and I'm looking out the window right now at 2 people in all black in hoods. They're hiding under a security camera, like probably out of sight. And they've got a bag on the ground, like a big duffel or backpack or something. And I don't know if they're like doing a drug deal or if they've got tools in there and they're fixing to break into my garage. But I don't really like this. Suddenly they have vanished. It looked like they went around that back corner of the building, but I don't really know. 10 minutes later, and they're back. I'm just trying to sleep, man.
Just move.
Just walking over here right now.
No one likes to lay on a horn anymore. No one ever plops it down on the horn.
Bro, what the f? There's one going over there. And the other one is still over here. I don't like this at all. This doesn't seem good at all. Especially because they were dropped off here and the car left.
Yeah, dude, leave.
I think I've spent too many nights here and they want to know what's in the back of this thing. Or they want to... I don't know, man. I don't know.
Now he remained in the same place, keeping his guard up, looking out the window and checking the cameras. He eventually fell asleep, and when he woke up in the morning, he only saw that the trash can had been moved for some reason.
Well, made it through the night. This trash can is now sitting in kind of the middle of the pavement here for some reason. So that happened sometime
It's
between
not his
passing
spot.
out and
He's
waking up.
visiting.
I fell asleep sitting here
Car camping.
on guard, kind of listening. There was revving of engines, yelling and screaming. And I saw those two people doing sketchy stuff for like half an hour, and there was more screaming after that. So I decided to put my windshield cover up, and I decided to put my keys in the ignition to get power to our digital rear view mirror. So I was able to swipe and have a view front and behind of the truck, and fell asleep watching that, keeping guard. And fortunately, I killed the truck battery completely, so hopefully we're able to jump it with our jump pack.
Now he mentioned that the people were dropped there, so it makes me think they were checking the inside to see if there was anyone there who could help them get a lift to a nearby town or something. Or there is the other possibility that they just wanted to break in, but we're not really sure if there was someone inside. It is weird how suspicious they looked, circling the garage for a fair amount of time while having their hoods over their heads. The creator decided not to leave, but to stay there and sleep, which is something I would not really advise you to do. Whenever you see a potential threat near you, it is usually better to go the other way. If they were planning to break into that garage, they might eventually think about that van too, so it is simply not worth the risk. But he probably did not leave because that was his garage, and he wanted to keep his eyes on it. Either way, it is a weird thing to see when you are out sleeping in your car. This Is Life is a channel from a guy named Matt, and you can expect adventures, fishing, humor, while car camping the west coast of British Columbia and beyond. One day, he decided to go on a stealth camping fishing trip with one of his friends. They got to a spot and began fishing, then set up their camp, made a fire, and enjoyed the calm night until it was not calm anymore.
Arrived at our spot. We're gonna set up camp. We're gonna grab some firewood.
Take it for a body, please. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
I kind of feel guilty for the amount of money we spent on this firewood, but she's gonna be nice and warm. They're dry, but this tiny little bit was $10, man. I don't feel good about it, but that's okay.
But as they stayed there, things began to take a turn when some sounds started ringing out in the distance, and what was worse was the fact that it was getting closer and closer to their camp.
Shooting guns is a little sketchy. Sketchy. Blast of 4 or 5 every time. It's gone on like 7 or 8 times. We're relatively close. Oof.
Bear, man,
If your doors don't lock?
Well, I'd like to close my windows.
Okay. I think we're gonna be good.
What?
I got an axe with me. Oh.
Is that a gunshot?
Did you guys hear that? These gunshots are getting really sketchy. It almost sounds like they're getting closer to us. I'm actually a little worried. I'm a little scared right now. It's really loud. Now I hear really fast driving. Okay, I'm gonna get in my car. That is way too sketchy. Sounds like there's a car that just flew across the bridge, gun in it, with an exhaust of some sort. Whoa, my heart's beating.
Fire up dummy? Yeah.
That's freaky. Whoa. I haven't even been able to set up my bed yet. Gunshots keep going off. I feel too sketched out to sleep. There's like cars.
The panic took over, but they managed to stay safe. It seemed that the shots were from somewhere over a bridge close to them, and the car that was accelerating after the shots makes me think that they just witnessed a drive-by shooting. I don't have any information about any victims or anything that might have been really going on there. But if that is...
I feel like people don't realize how often in certain areas people do just like shoot guns. You know, like as long as you don't hear a bullet whizzing near you, I think you're good.
The case,
Not
that is
everything is a
scary.
case.
Being close to shootings puts you in far more danger than you might think. Because if they are shooting somewhere close to you, the bullets that are fired in your direction and miss their original target might actually hit you. The odds are not really big at that distance, but they are never zero. Now they got into their cars and continued camping, and their heart rates decreased as they realized they were not the target and that they were not in immediate danger. But there are a lot of people who get caught in real danger during camping, and you can see that over my channel, because if you enjoyed this video, there is a pretty high chance you will enjoy more from me. So look, the video on the screen is recommended by YouTube.
I don't know if we've seen this one. You may have seen it.
Josh is a guy who loves going on adventures and sharing his travels with the world. He's always hiking through different trails and camping in forests. This time, he's heading deep into the jungles of Sri Lanka to explore a hidden cannibal cave.
We've seen this one.
The Wilderness Whispers.
Wilderness Whispers.
Instead of Wilderness Whispers.
To Wilderness Whispers.
Wilderness Whispers.
Just watch Wilderness Whispers.
Wilderness Whispers.
Wilderness Whispers, the scariest channel on YouTube.
This whole channel's gonna fuck up my YouTube rap later. I just know it. All these scary channels are gonna fuck up my YouTube rap
The
later.
wilderness is truly amazing. There's nothing more peaceful than heading out for a hike or camping in a remote spot, far away from the noise of everyday life. Just you, nature, and silence. But the truth is, you're never really alone out there. Forests and mountains are home to countless animals, and while spotting a squirrel isn't much to worry about, sometimes that squirrel turns out to be something much bigger and much stronger. I'm talking about bears, an animal you definitely don't want to run into when you're alone on what was supposed to be a simple hike. So here are a few unexpected bear encounters caught on camera that might just teach you something useful if you ever find yourself in the same situation. Shaylee Wonders is a travel blogger who ran into something seriously terrifying. She was camping in a tent by Assiniboine Lake, and everything seemed fine until she woke up to go to the bathroom. Then, out of nowhere, something happened. Take a look.
I'm currently sitting in a field of talus with no shoes, climbed up here in socks, so that didn't feel great. I was in the tent, getting ready to come out and go to the bathroom. I heard something that sounded very big outside, and so I just grabbed my bear spray and stayed silent. About 5 seconds later, I had a bear claw in my tent. Kind of peeked my head out of the tent flap, and he was about 1 foot from me, staring at me in the face. So, deployed my bear spray. That backed him off enough for me to get out of the tent.
Oh shit. Holy shit.
The fact that she managed to get out of the tent and get away still shocks me. What happened next shows exactly how bad it could have been if she hadn't escaped.
At that point, I could kind of tell that he was more interested in the tent.
Oh my god. He's
They
like,
are
fuck
still
your
in
tent.
the woods that are, so like tents down there, and they are like in here. And I can hear sticks and stuff cracking every now and again.
Beautiful spot.
You see how
though.
beautiful
God.
that spot is?
Fuck
You
you,
wouldn't
Whispers,
think
I
that
said
you
that
can
first.
find your end there, right? Well, wrong. After the bears left, she went back to the tent to assess the damages,
abandoned
and boy, it was
stuff.
destroyed.
Something wrong. And this is what's left of our tent.
Fun. Still got water.
You know, we dragged it. See if I can find my shoes.
Oh,
Josh Josh's new sleeping pad.
Yep.
Is done for.
I'd frame parts of that though, that's kind of sick.
A tent? You can buy another one, but your life? Never. I've said this a million times. Always bring bear spray with you. Imagine if she didn't have it, how would she have gotten out of that situation? The bear spray made the bear back off for a few moments, just enough for her to escape. Without it, that bear might have done to her exactly what it did to the tent. So now you might see why I'm always telling you to carry one. She got home safe and unharmed, but with a story that not many people can say they've lived through. This next encounter really gets your blood rushing. A man was out in the forest hunting with his dog when he suddenly noticed some movement between the trees. His dog immediately started barking, and within seconds it became very clear what it was. A mother bear with 3 cubs. And you know what that means. Danger, danger, danger.
Oh God. Holy shit! Good job standing your ground. Shit. Ooh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Too many trees. Keep that.
Петрович, медведь с 3 пистунами. Стрелять
There's
не
a
стал,
female bear with
отхожу.
3 cubs here. I decided not to shoot. Leaving now. Yeah. This translation, can I be honest? This translation sounds like a video game dialogue.
I just want to say the fact that he didn't shoot proves he's not only an extremely disciplined hunter, but also has some serious of steel, being that close to a mother bear and still holding back, knowing that if he pulled the trigger, those cubs would be left alone in the world. That really makes me respect this man. Waiting with your finger on the trigger until the attack is absolutely certain is something most people wouldn't have the courage to do. Although, I honestly think the bear backed off the moment it heard him speak Russian. It probably realized it's not worth it. I mean, come on. I once featured a video with a Russian guy who was literally cussing out a bear, like it was the bear's fault for being in the forest, and the crazy thing, the bear looked offended and left. The Northern Light is a channel run by a Canadian guy who spends a lot of time ice fishing and filming in freezing conditions. In this particular video, he was asleep inside a small cabin when suddenly, noises from outside woke him up. Curious, he grabbed his camera and looked out the window. What he saw was chilling. Take a look.
Bear. Pretty polar bear. Polar bears are so cool. It sucks that they want to kill us. It sucks that, like, they are the only species of bear. Like, truly. A lot of bears will go after humans, but, like, polar bears will fuck us up. Polar bears hunt humans. They will hunt you, you know? But they're so majestic. It's so funny. Look at him. He's like, what's that? Hello. Let me in. Don't make me drink alone. Pooping the glass like, hello. It's like, oh shit, there you are. Hey, bud. Hi. There you are, friend. I want to know where you were. Hello, can you let me in? Look how tall. It's fucking nuts.
Sophie.
See ya.
It's like maybe this one will be open if I try again. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Arr. Arr, 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 arr. Boop. They're so cute. It sucks they
Well,
want to
as
eat
the
us.
classic bear saying goes, If it's
That's the thing, they don't even really want to eat us, they just want to kill us. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, they don't even, like, come after us for food. They will just fuck us up and then leave our lifeless corpses there. It's fascinating. Like, I'm so curious about that.
black, fight back. If it's brown, play dead. And if it's white, pray, or better yet, run. Because that's your only slight chance of making it out alive. The thing is, he was safe inside the cabin, but it's still terrifying knowing that Bear was there for him. It smelled him, tracked him down. The night passed without incident, but come morning, a bigger one was back again.
Yes. Look at, oh, look at the blood on the window. Holy shit, that's huge. Boop. Like it's gonna get the thing open. That's so funny.
Polar bears see humans more as prey, so there's really no practical advice beyond
They, like,
avoid
don't eat
them
us,
at all
though.
costs.
Really?
In this case, it really makes you think, how in the
Big ol'
world
feet.
would he ever get out of that cabin with so many polar bears around? And now they know he's there. Fortunately, he got out safe and unharmed. But the crazy part, that bear, if it really wanted to, could have easily broken into the cabin. Luckily, it didn't. But you can't say the same for this bear. This one literally broke into someone's house just because it smelled some pizza.
Move.
Take a look.
The Ninja
Grabbed his
Turtles.
pizza and left. Can you imagine if the
Oh,
owner
they
had come
copyright claimed
downstairs,
it.
heard the noise, and
They not the feet
actually
shot.
saw
They
a bear
copyright
in the
claimed
kitchen? That would have been absolutely terrifying. Just think about the 911 call. Hello, a bear broke into my house. That would have been wild. Luckily, nothing happened. This bear just wanted some pizza. I mean, can you really blame him? Now, if you've enjoyed the video so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It makes you part of this amazing community we've built, where everyone's friendly and supportive. You can also hit that hype button. Each click tells YouTube that this content deserves more attention, helping it reach a wider audience. Hype points also contribute to a weekly leaderboard for smaller creators like me. And videos with enough points get a special hyped badge, making them even more
I don't know.
discoverable.
I never got access
So
to
if
them
you're
aside from
enjoying
on one
this,
friend's
go
videos.
for it. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Cascade Trekker is a guy who loves the wilderness so much that he dedicated his channel to exploring the most remote and stunning locations. He usually rides his motorcycle off-road to these spots and sets up camp. In this particular video, he did exactly that, rode to a gorgeous, isolated location, set up his gear, but then noticed something watching him. And when he saw it, it really freaked him out.
There's a bear.
Ugh. Oh, he's
Hey, man.
Hey, bear.
How's it going?
How's it going? Me. It's like, I don't like your vibe. You failed the bear vibe check.
So, the bear sighting. My main concern is that he doesn't come back here. You know, it's gonna be dark soon. I'll be in this flimsy tent. Okay, so my very best protection, and I don't even know if it would work or not, would be squirting out this ethanol as a flame. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare that with a lighter in this bottle inside. Second.
Okay, so I feel like we have several options before we get to squeezy bottle flamethrower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we have other options first before we start spraying fire in a densely forested area. You know?
My camera here has a light on it, so I can have a light.
Or you could leave.
If I need it.
Or you can leave.
My backpack was hanging on this
I think the answer is
motorcycle.
leave, my guy.
And so now it's gonna be in here with me. Because bear could easily grab that and take off into the woods if it smelled like some food or something, you know. And that's all I can do.
For a moment, he thought the bear had left, but when he scanned the area a bit more, he realized it wasn't gone. It was keeping its distance, silently watching him from afar.
He was right here the whole time. What do you want? See? There he is. Huffing away up there. What do you want?
He's leaving. You're fucking up his vibe.
Come on.
He's like, bitch, you're still following me? You
I'm
want to
not
be me
leaving.
so bad?
Get out of here.
Maybe you should leave.
If you got here, comment the word growl.
Growl. Go fuck yourself. Okay. Leave this bear alone. The bear's like, why are you doing this shit?
I'm not gonna leave. Go away. I can make noise too.
I think this guy's a loser. Can I be honest?
Go on! I knew it. Listening to me from right over there. And he's just somewhere up on this slope. Come on!
Even though he couldn't see the bear clearly, he still felt uneasy. So he lit a fire and started his bike's engine as precaution, just in case the bear decided to get closer.
Alright. Your secret weapon 1.
So no, absolutely the fuck not. How about? Also, that's not far enough of a spray. That bear's gonna take your arm off with the fire in it. Idiot. Do that. And leave.
Luckily, the bear didn't come back, and he spent the night there, but that was one huge, scary bear. I wouldn't have stayed. I'd pack up and get out. But he didn't seem to mind, which honestly isn't great, especially since he didn't have a gun or bear spray, and his backpack full of food was right there in the tent. That bear was basically checking the menu and decided it wasn't to its liking. If you ever find yourself in that situation, just leave the area. Don't stick around.
He's making noise.
While camping in Alaska, 2 men from the Channel Boreal Stories got an unexpected visitor. A massive grizzly bear. They were stunned, unsure of what to do, and the bear wasn't planning on leaving their campsite anytime soon.
Remind me not to rub my eyes. Yeah. It's a bear! he's still like there. Just having lunch. In a spot. A lunch spot.
Prefer not to have bear spray?
I don't think so.
He's just chilling.
Well, the bear didn't seem aggressive. It was mostly curious, sniffing around their gear and even getting a little too close for comfort.
There's nothing in, the shoe was never in food.
Oh my god, he's sitting down.
No! No! Like, piss off, man.
It's gnawing on his shoe. Like Hermes.
Why the shoe?
It's just loud noise.
Don't videotape.
What?
He's rolling around.
Like, I'm sorry, are we interrupting something? Yeah, it's my
Oh no.
No! No, you piece of He's like playing with it. What a... Hey, that's not yours.
He's got a toy.
After chewing on some of their expensive shoes, the bear eventually got bored and wandered off, leaving the men to cautiously approach and assess the damage.
How is it? The sandal is fine, I think. Fine. There is a tooth mark in it, though.
That's kind of
shoe
iconic. That's
has
funny.
Seen better days.
That's hilarious.
It's a bear shoe.
There appears to be teeth tears in it there. Big chunk out of the heel. He likes the rubber, I guess. And the stringy part where he was kind of throwing it around by.
Yeah.
Being that close to a grizzly without any protection is seriously terrifying. I mean, look at that bear. It's massive. They were insanely lucky it wasn't aggressive because there's no way they could have stood a chance.
Fictional snail,
Honestly, it's way better to watch a bear chew on a shoe than on a friend. Next time, I hope they come more prepared, because not all bear encounters are this chill.
Let's see.
That's it for today. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we post. Also, leave a comment below sharing your favorite encounter. And if you have a story of your own that you'd like to have...
It's 3 a.m. I heard a noise. Someone was saying something. I opened the door of my tent.
We've seen this with her story.
Hitchhiking through Kazakhstan.
She stresses me out. It's the guy that she's camping on their land. They said it was fine, and then the husband came back alone without his wife later and tried to kiss her and come into her tent.
It's looking like quite a nice evening. Temperature shouldn't get down too low.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in for a clear night. So I might be able to try and get some
She hitchhikes. She stresses me out.
decent night shots, which would be good. So I'm heading up to White Edge, Big Moor, around that area. Have a look. I haven't got a clue what it's going to be like, but it's been recommended, so hopefully we should be all right. Here we are.
That's cool.
He found a spot with beautiful views, low mist in the valleys, pink sky at sunset, and the moon rising overhead. He set up his tent, made dinner, and settled in for what looked like a peaceful night under the stars.
Some lovely views. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or doing it justice. Got some low mist down there in the valleys. I've seen a lot of people go, ooh, cloud inversion. It's low mist, it's not a cloud inversion. There's a lovely pink sky over there. And the moon just up there, but can't see it on the screen. Got my usual soba noodles.
And I'm going to wrap up soon after this. Probably after this one, I'm going to wrap up just so I have no excuse to not do my dishes and finish packing.
For this evening, and my leftover adventure food. I didn't eat it on the last trip. I literally just got up in the morning, had a coffee, packed and went. Speaking of which, whole bag of coffees. Should keep me going. And this time, I remember my JD.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow.
So, happy days. I don't think I'm going to be doing much more. It's about 9:30 now. So I'm probably going to hit the sack shortly, and I'll catch you guys in the morning.
Around 9:30 p.m., he started hearing strange sounds. The sound was weird enough that he zipped up and put his earplugs in, trying to get some sleep, while whatever was out there kept making that eerie call in the darkness.
Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night. But
The fuck is that? Why do you have a raptor outside of your fucking tent, dude? What is that?
I don't know if you heard that. Not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound.
What?
I'll try and boost it on the edit. See if you can. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird.
That sounds like something far away, like a
Did you hear
chair. Doesn't sound like, that's not the same sound.
That's quite eerie.
It's quite
It does
eerie.
not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox. Odd. Right, I'm going to zip up and put my earplugs in, I think. Try and get some sleep, and hopefully I'll still be here in the morning. Good night. Good morning. I'm acting like I've just woke up. It's about 7 o'clock. I've been up since 5. Just trying to get some morning shots, which I posted up on Instagram and Facebook. Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a very weird sounding bird. It sounds like a kookaburra.
Kookaburra.
With a sore throat. It's not going to do it now. It's fairly close to camp, but apart from those weird noises last night, it was a very quiet one.
He woke up at 5 a.m. and spent the morning capturing sunrise shots, the strange noises from the night before fading into memory. Whether it was some bird he'd never heard before, or something else entirely, he'd made it through the night and come out with another story to tell. In February 2024, the channel Welcome to the Woods UK returned to his woodland property to find his cabin project completely destroyed.
Damn.
The frame he'd been building had been turned upside down and collapsed.
I think we've seen
and
this
after
one.
weeks of breaking down pallets and hauling materials by hand, he was trying to figure out what happened.
I think we've seen this one.
Don't know what is going on here. This woodland just gets stranger and stranger, but the gutting thing is I was hoping to show you lot that cabin built from start to finish. It was just going to be a little cabin. Might as well show you it now. It's
Mostly
wrecked,
free.
I might as well show you it's wrecked now, but I'll show you the video I was starting to make that would have probably took a month or two to put up. Although there weren't a lot of work put into that frame, there was a lot of work elsewhere on the yard where I've broken down about 50-60 large 7-foot pallets, broken all the boarding off it to make walls for that. I even measured up my stove, so a little stove would have gone in there. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm just going to I'm going to have to rethink the idea.
He'd been reviewing trail cam footage from cameras scattered around the property. On the last cameras, he found something. A figure moving through the woodland at night, appearing on one camera and then triggering another a week later.
I'm absolutely shattered. I spent most of yesterday night looking through trail cam footage, cameras 1 to 6
you could come
that are
back.
out in
We're going to finish this video and wrap up.
And yesterday evening I spent from about 8 o'clock all the way to early hours sifting through
Enjoy your trip, thank
from
you.
camera 1 to camera 6, hundreds of files of birds.
It'd be really funny if there
rabbit,
was someone watching
deer,
him right here.
hares. But then when I got to the last cameras, I found something a bit more shocking, and I was very, very tired. So I've checked them again in the van again today, and it's exactly as what I see yesterday. So it weren't sleep deprivation. There's a figure at night time that's in the right hand side of I believe it's camera 6. Starts off, comes out of the woodland, and then all of a sudden it seems to trigger the camera again and then come back out. That again happened about a week later on camera 4, but this time it's daytime and it's a bit more explainable. I mean, it looks to me like someone's in there poaching for the deer perhaps, or doing a bit of wildlife photography.
Is it you in a black jacket?
Whoever it is shouldn't be there. They haven't got permission to be there. It's only me. I've phoned the landowner Chris. He swears blind that no one else should be in there. It's quite secure as well.
Landlord Chris could be lying.
I've never seen anyone in the 2 years that I know in there, even on any of the trail cams.
Literally forever. It's my first time watching
Trail cam 1 didn't do very well.
We're wrapping up soon because I have to finish packing and do dishes. but
it's definitely, again, if it's not the same person, it is a person.
A hermit?
They're dressed up in some sort of camouflage
Oh yeah,
or
that's a ghillie suit.
poncho. I mean, it looks like they've got a big beard. I think it's a man, to be honest with you.
Looks like a ghillie suit. Do you guys have ghillie suits over there?
He went back that evening to investigate, arriving just before dusk. As he approached the destroyed cabin site in complete darkness, he heard wood splitting, like someone chopping with an axe.
Okay.
Tonight I'm going to get out there, I'm going to finish my day's work today. Absolutely shattered, but I'm going to get my pack on and go over there just before it gets dusk. Try and have a little recce round to see if there is anyone sort of hanging about that looks a bit sort of dodgy. I will park the van right down the lane and then see what we get out of that. Possibly might end up tenting it out over the weekend as well.
Tenting it out.
So yeah, see what comes of it.
Obviously it's Bigfoot.
It's got darker a lot quicker than what I thought it would, and it's drawn in pitch black, inky black. I'm almost on top of the site of cabin number 2. That is where cabin number 2 is, or was, should I say. You should all remember, it should be put together by now. I was proper agitated that someone's done this to that. I don't know if you can hear it. I didn't see anything, but I could hear like wood splitting, like as in like someone chopping wood, like with an axe or something. I'm not entirely sure
great idea. Stellar.
what that would have been. That was it.
Doesn't sound like.
Right, okay. I don't think that's got anything to do with poachers, that noise. That's pretty much what happened to me last January. So, didn't plan on staying the night in here tonight.
Yes, you
So
did.
I'm going to go back to the car and I'll brief you in the morning. So sorry that last clip ended abruptly. Walking into the wood, I contemplated whether or not to start filming. I had an unusual sense of anxiety that kept me from having the light from the camera in my face, affecting my ability to see very well. Then, when I finally did pluck up the courage to start talking to the camera, the splitting sounds happened. Twice on the camera, and then 3 times after I shut the camera off. So I decided to take a little break, a few days off, and then go back fully charged and ready to settle in for an afternoon and a night. Well, I've made it in here, so we're here for the night now. It's late afternoon, and I just want to go through a few things with you. So despite the cabin being staked into the ground, it was turned up on its heaviest end, with the door frame being up in the air, and then it obviously collapsed down. But it was also
The survival
put in,
instincts of a manatee is crazy.
so it would have been facing into these woods. So this is the little gadget I'm going to be using tonight to let me know if there's anyone about after dark. It's basically a gate alarm that farmers use. It's a 1-inch cartridge, 12 bore, non-lethal. There's no way it can hurt anyone unless you actually put your face to it, which in that case there's a little plate that covers it over. I'm going to strap that to a tree and then run a trip line all the way around the immediate vicinity of my camp at about waist height. If that pin gets pulled from there because of the trip line being activated, this will let a charge off and it will hopefully either scare away whatever it is that's creeping about, and it will wake me up. I'm off to bed now. I shall see you in the morning.
It's gonna go off. I was gonna say, convenient the camera's running. Is that the pop? Is that the trip line? No. Again, it doesn't sound like wood splitting. It sounds like a banging. Wake me up inside.
I've not got a clue what that noise was. There's about 8 different noises.
I did not listen
and
to the
like
new
someone's
album
walking
yet,
around
no.
about 40 yards away. I had no bang off of the alarm, but definitely a banging in the woods.
Between the destroyed cabin, the mystery figure on his trail cams, and those splitting sounds in the dark, he wasn't taking any chances this time around. YouTuber Man Dog Wild set up a poncho shelter in a small woodland in October 2024 with his dog Yeti for an overnight camp.
Yeti!
He found a flat spot to tie off his poncho and settled in for what looked like a peaceful evening in the trees.
Fixing to set up a poncho shelter out here this evening, so it's just a case of finding that area that's good enough, flat enough. We're kind of in a traffic jam right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Are we going, Yeti? Forward? Yeah. Okay. I'll go. So, yeah. Just a case of finding that that good area with a spot where I can tie the poncho to. So this is a half decent spot right here. We can tie off to this tree. Poncho shelter down here, nice and flat, not too much brush or nothing, so this will be.
From the moment they arrived, Yeti was acting strange, staring in one direction, refusing to walk ahead like she normally did, barking at nothing visible.
I remember
She's
Yeti not
liking
moving.
something in that direction over there. That was the way
this.
we went through there earlier, and she didn't want to go in front, so she stopped. And now we're back here. This is where we're going to be setting up. She's kind of just staring in that direction.
Yeti's like, yeah, don't worry, I got it. Don't worry,
Yeti.
Dad, I got it.
Yeti, what's this? Hit the stick. Hit the stick. Oh, you're not interested today. You're not interested? Okay. Normally, she'd be all over that. I don't know what's up with her today. What is it? Huh? Huh? She just completely went off barking. Something in here. Came over here. Nothing there. Ain't nothing there.
The night was long. Yeti kept getting up, growling and barking at intervals, staring into the darkness beyond the shelter.
What is it?
Yeti's like, the vibes are bad, and I don't know what you're doing.
Jesus. Kind of gather that she's not too fond of this place, huh? You're not too fond. I don't know why. I find it quite nice. Constantly looking in that direction where we come in. Yes? Where are you? What are you doing? What are you barking at? What you barking at? Huh? Gee. Oh. Whoa. Yes. So we both heard something then. Now, the problem is, the fuck is that?
It's poop.
Thought it was a snake. So we both heard something. She's freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Now I'm getting as paranoid as she is. Good morning. Good morning, my friends. It was a long night. The fun didn't stop for Yeti. She was up barking and growling a few times throughout the night. And don't know what was up with her. It seemed like as soon as it got dark yesterday, she was just almost changed mentality, right? Barking, growling. That's not my track.
Whoop. What do you mean?
And that wasn't there yesterday.
Meaning?
So
Elaborate.
this is my track. This is not my track. See the different treads.
Ooh, there was a person.
Is there better ones?
There's so many tracks though. Well, not a ton actually.
Look at this.
It's got like an outline. It's got like a circle outline to it.
See? That's not my tread.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone was perusing your campsite, my
And
guy.
that's fresh. That wasn't there yesterday. Because I always look for tracks on the way in to see who's been around. No one's been around. So that wasn't there yesterday.
Whatever Yeti had been barking at all night had been real, and it had been standing right there watching them. In this last video, YouTuber Wildberry headed into the forest in November 2023 on a beautiful autumn day in mid-October to set up a tarp shelter. She found a spot using a tree and some rocks, creating what she hoped would be a cozy little setup for the night. The rain started coming down as she secured her DD tarp, but she was well protected beneath it. The sound of rain on the tarp and the views of the forest made it feel perfect. Not a person in sight.
Uh-oh. Ah, rain's coming! Wow, it's really coming down, look! Oh, isn't it beautiful? Been under a tarp in the rain. It's just heaven, not a person in sight.
Around 6:30 p.m., as darkness fell, she spotted lights moving through the woods nearby. Multiple lights, staying in the same area, maybe camping.
Just starting to get dark, so it might be a little bit chilly tonight. I just turned my lights off because I saw lights over there going up through the woods. So I'm hiding. There's multiple lights and they seem to be staying in the same area, so I don't know if they're camping over there maybe.
Probably camping. Probably camping.
There's not a lot that scares me out here in the woods except other humans. I've watched too much true crime. I think I've decided to pack up and go. I feel really on edge and I'm quite spooked. But I don't know how to pack up in the dark, but I really don't like it.
She ended up sleeping in her car instead, the encounter serving as a reminder that sometimes the most unsettling thing in the wilderness isn't what's lurking in the shadows.
I don't even think it was that big
it's
of a
knowing
deal.
someone else is out there too.
I don't even think it was that big of a deal. There was nothing to indicate that these people were dangerous or that it would have been a problem. And with her lights out, it was so dark. She probably would have been fine. There was nothing to indicate that they were coming closer to her, you know?
Watching and wondering the same thing about you.
She didn't have a fire. She had a jet boil, which is different. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Cause I gotta pack. I gotta do dishes. All right. Oh, we'll raid Raph. We haven't raided Raph in a minute. Raffle ticket. Alrighty. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you guys in a perfect world. I will probably stream from the hotel tomorrow because I don't disembark. We don't embark until Friday, but we'll see. It depends. Have fun. Be nice to Ref. I will talk to y'all soon. If I don't talk to you guys tomorrow, you guys will hear from me on Monday, most likely. Because I come back pretty late on Sunday. Alrighty. Bye. Have fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bye.